morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to Have an iOS. Yeah. Boom. And today, it is time, finally, for me to explore the legendary KORG iM1, which is now AUV3. Finally, let's Oj. Boom. Hello, welcome everybody to the show. I hope you're all doing good. It is Saturday morning here in Australia, Friday for the rest of you. And yes, there is no walk with me today. I needed a weekend off. I'm having a big weekend off this week. I'm listening to my peeps who keep telling me you should take more time off, but at the same time replacing other shows with other things and moving things around. So it's all good. But don't fret, because Walk With Me will be back next week with episode 8 from season 3, the big finale. There's a big finale I've been planning, and look, to be honest, I couldn't do it this week because the weather here in Australia has been dog shit. So there's that. So that's why it is essentially not happening today, but this week we will go ahead and film it for you all. In other news on Walk With Me, yesterday I did some testing with my cameras, my fancy cameras that I film with my DJI cameras. I can now live stream directly from them, and I did a test yesterday, worked really well, so there could be some more live streaming Walk With Me kind of things happening in the near future. All right, so today's, when I do these shows here on Saturday morning for me, Friday for you, they're always a bit more wacky than the other shows because I'm going to have fun and do something a bit different. Today we're going to do that because I have never opened this app before. Well, I've opened it just to buy the in-app purchases, and that's it. And you're going to learn with me. And then at the end of the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my project that I would have made for the start of the show at the end of the show and see if I can make something with what I've learned in an hour. Does that work? So we shall see. Welcome, everybody. If you don't know, I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. I want to welcome everybody from our Warriors. Yes, I know the quiz. We'll say hello to everybody, then we'll talk about the quiz because I know it's contentious and I'm dicking you all around, but that is what it is. Thanks, Thomas, for posting links. Boom, diddly boom. Become a warrior, all that stuff. Thank you for your support. Legs 11's here. Thomas Christ, of course. FPC's in the house. Big finale. I hope she hotwires a Segway. I will. You know, you have to hotwire those things because in the city, those things cost so much to rent. It's ridiculous. I looked one up and was going to do it. It was like $2 a minute to ride one of those free scooters around the city. What the hell? $2 a minute. Audible videos here to cause drama. Nice. Cy Effin just dropped a brand new album over on Bandcamp. If you haven't checked that out, you should do it. Rise of Dark Leela's here. Ed Zielinski's in the house. Boom. Good to see you, Ed. Who else do I see? I think, have I got you all up the top? Brad Example. Boom. Somebody send Brad a file immediately. He needs it now. Drop everything you're doing. All right. Let's talk about the quiz. No quiz this week. So basically what's happening is I'm not going to, I have to tell you all the truth. So I need to take more time off and stuff, right? Hey, look who it is. It's Rhett. Rhett's decided to start a new stream each week where he just streams 24/7 him boiling a pot of coffee. I'm sure that's going to be far more exciting than his tutorials. I love you, Rhett. I'm only joking. You know that. I want to be that. I don't want to be that guy, says Brad, but I'm gonna. Boom. All right. So the quiz. So we've had the quiz set up for the last week, and it was going to happen this week. But I need to tell you. So look, once a year, something happens in my life that I need to take time off from, and I know people are going to laugh and they're going to think I'm a dickhead and all this stuff. But it's this. I'm just going to go out. I'm going to throw my cards on the table. This is why I need the weekend off, because WrestleMania is on this weekend, and If you've been following this channel long enough, you would know that I am a massive wrestling fan, and WrestleMania goes over 2 nights. And it's there's 6-hour shows, both of them. It's like, for me, some people like the Super Bowl or whatever sports ball thing. I like wrestling. And, if you don't like it, that's cool. But I can't miss it. I can't miss a minute of it. I can't even miss a minute for the YouTube, because I've invested 3 years into this big storyline, and they're saying it's going to wrap up and it's going to be controversial and it's going to be so cool. And so that's where I'm going to be this weekend. All right. And I may be spending time with someone else also. So the quiz will happen the following week because, it is what it is, right? And it's going to interfere with my wrestling. But we're ready to go with it. I'll just pull the trigger the week after. It's all good because daylight savings clicks over again this week, folks. My clocks go back. So this show for everybody in the US and UK next week will be an hour later again. I can't do anything about it. It's daylight savings. It is what it is. So, 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. West Coast, 11 p.m. in the UK. That's as of this coming week. So there's so many changes, and I need to make sure the times change before we can do the quiz and all that. But don't worry, because there's some good apps coming up this week as well. But today we're looking at this KORG thing. There's my friend Falcro. What's going on, Falcro? Love you lots. Wrestling, man. Wrestling. Oh, man, The Rock's back. And you should see the promos he's been cutting. Swearing, F-bombs. Oh, my God. I can't miss it. Rock's wrestling. So anyway, that's where I'm going to be. There will be an opening hour this week. I'm pre-recording it today. It will be after Thomas Christ. It's the Nonconformist Wheel of Death. That is what's happening. I'll record it today. And let me tell you, the rant this week, you're all going to love this. This is the rant that you're not going to want to miss, because it's not all about you. Been wanting to do this one for a while. Is it about you? I don't know. You'll have to come along and find out what I'm going to be talking about. All right, what are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're doing. We need to OJ, and we need to get over to find out how much Vegemite is in Australia. It's $9.40 for a 560. Why do I have this page up? What is going on? No, we need to go over here to the Beat community and talk about new stuff, because Tom Power releases Zen Auto Pan. It's a free auto panning app. Go grab it now. It's totally free. Look it up. Zen Auto Pan, one word. It's free. Check it out. He did another one too, a chorus app recently that was free as well. So Tom Power's been dumping a whole lot of free apps. We've got a update for Suggested 2. Chemol K has released Kebab. I'll be taking a look at that this week. I've been on the beta for a long time. We've got Audio Thing Audio Kit Pro are just about to drop Nerd Synth. And I know a lot of people have already done shows on it and jumped the gun. I'm not even saying anything. But today, let's price drops. Let's look at price drops and see what we've got. I lost my train of thought there. The Patterning 2 drum machines on sale. I hear Patterning 3 is just about to drop as well. De-esser from 4 Pockets, Neon Audio Editor, Elastic Drums is on sale. All the KORG apps are on sale. So if you're interested in what you see today, KORG iM1 is currently $14.99, down from $30, yeah? And we're going to see if it's any good, because I've never used it before. How's that? And here it is. This is the KORG iM1. Now, this thing dropped. This is a really old app, right? And this keyboard is based off a real world keyboard or synth. And this thing's been out. I think it initially dropped maybe on iOS. It's a long time it came out. I think I was going to say 2015, but I think it's like way older than that. On iOS. This is back in the days when you couldn't open up an AUV3 or Interapp, or different time, man, totally different time. But finally, KORG have added AUV3 to this. It has 2 in-app purchases. They are $2.99 each. If you're not aware what the KORG iM1 is, this is very exciting. Look, I'll be honest. The only reason I've never purchased this app is because it was Interapp audio, and I I think interrupt audio is very unstable, and I didn't want to do that. I'd rather not use it. So here we are with it now, AUV3, and I bought it with my own pocket money, folks. KORG did not send me this, so don't get, it cost me 30 Australian dollars with the in-app purchases, and that's on the sale price. So yeah, there we go. But what is this thing based off of? Let's tell you. This is the KORG iM1. One of the most popular synths KORG has dropped. So from 1988 to 1995, an estimated 250,000 units sold, used in so much popular music, so much stock music in the late 80s and 90s. You'll hear some of the sounds today and go, I know that sound. It's just one of those synths that has been featured in some of the biggest artists in the world. So having it on your iOS device is just, it was already an incredible thing because it's been out for such a long time. But now, as AUV3, it's just wicked. The current price of some of these, this is Australian. Look at this. For a real world used KORG iM1. And look at how bodgy this one is too. Look, it's got this bodgy sticker. Look at that. Man, that's shit. $1,193, so about $600 odd US for a used KORG iM1 61 key workstation synthesizer. Even the carts, so these things come with carts with sounds on them, and you would put your carts in. Even the carts now, for a single cart, I think on eBay, US price is about $60. And just a comparison to when you purchase carts, the two in-app purchases with the carts for iOS, they're $2.99 and you get like 9 carts. So, you're definitely getting your value worth money. Interrupt audio. Yeah, it was an old way to generate sound into a door on iOS. But AUV3 is the equivalent of AU on Mac or VST. All right, so here's the deal today. The other issue with hardware ones is needing to replace the battery inside it. Yeah, so having it on iOS is just absolutely stellar. All right, so today, as I said, I've not used this before. It's been out forever. I'm going to have a play with it and learn with you. You're going to see how I work out how to use something, and then at the end of it, we're going to make something with it. Greg O'Sullivan's in the house. Hello, Greg. Okay. And Brad is skull effing me. And see how they don't cover my face anymore, Brad? Look at that. See how I fixed that? You thought you could get me, Brad. You can't do it. They go behind me now. Yeah, see? All right. Let's open it up as an AUV3. Here it is. Oh, my God. It's an AUV3. I was very excited to see this, and I bought it straight away. So, still behind me, Leela. Look, still behind me. I thought of everything. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Shall we play a note? Yes, SIF, and there is a roadmap. I actually do have somebody who works at KORG that I am in contact with, and there's definitely a roadmap. This is the beginning. So, we had the AUV3s from Gadget, and now, so we will see more of this come over this year for sure. The roadmap is in place, and they announced it on their website as well too, which is fantastic. I mean, they said it, so it's all good. All right, the first thing I want to talk about in here is, now where do I find these? So I'm going to click up here and click where you always find your presets is normally just by clicking on the little preset section. And here you can see all these carts, and look at these sounds. So I can go through here and click on these carts, and as you'll see, as I click on them, all these different sounds and patches are in here. Look at all these. So these are all included, all here, all included when you buy the app. Look at that, all this stuff. And as we go along, you can see which ones are. So these are the in-app purchases here. These are the in-app purchases. You can tell by they're all color-coded. And these are the other in-app purchases as well along here. So lots and lots of sounds, man. Look at all the sounds. Boom. So how do you purchase them? Well, let me show you. Let's jump out of this. You need to do it in standalone version. So let's load it up as a standalone. And you can see across the top here, when you click on the presets, you'll see this little extra button here called Store. And this is where you can buy this M1 card. So you get 16 cards. This is a vast set of 16 expansion cards to enhance the sound set of your iM1. M1 card packs bring you 15 cards originally released for the M1. So these are the original cards. Then you got another one here with 11 cards with heaps of sounds. And these are $2.99 each. So really cheap to get these. Hey, SG Experiment, what's going on? And while we're over here, this is the cool bit. If you own Gadget, KORG Gadget, then you will be able to go over here and open up KORG Gadget, and you'll get all these sounds in your Darwin Gadget. So down here, click on Darwin Gadget, and look, all of these cards are in here as well. So here's my KORG Gadget. And it's under Darwin, so that's the one. You can scroll through and look all the cards. You get all your in-app purchases. And all you got to do when you load up Gadget for the first time, it will find it and say, oh, you've got a new pack. So when you buy iM1, you're getting a lot more than just a standalone version and an AEV3 inter-app audio. You're also getting all of this now to be used in KORG Gadget as well. And I don't know, can you do this? Let's have a look. If we go over here, I haven't checked this, and go, would it be under? No, I thought it. What are the Gadget sounds under? Let's do a search. I don't know if, I don't think you get them that way, do you? Or are we? Let's do a search by company. KORG. I have no idea. Here we go. Darwin. No, so you don't get them here. That would be cool, though, if you got them in here as well. I thought you would get a Gadget as an AEV3, but you don't, so who cares? Let me just go back to my last used. Sweet. So, yeah, you get to use them in Gadget as well. Wicked stuff. Now, as I said, I have no idea how to use the controls. So as an AEV3 here, standard synths don't understand. Yes. Did you like the way I read that? I didn't even read it. I just pretended to read it, sigh. So here we are. And you can open multiples of these too, yeah? Let's open a bunch of them. iM1. And let's see how much resources it starts taking up, because that's interesting. So we've got 3 of them. But you're not going to know until you start actually connecting them to a keyboard and playing. So essentially, right, now that I have 3 of them lined up, I could go in here and pick an orchestra, do like a clarinet in this one, and this one, go I don't know, sax maybe. Choice. So loading up multiples is easy. Look, and just having 3 there didn't seem like it was taking up much DSP. There's only 22 there. I don't know how much more complicated it will get, but let's have a look at the settings. We've got settings over here. So in the top corner, settings. Click on this. MIDI stuff. Looks like there's a global pitch bend. We've got some tuning here if you like to transpose the overall stuff. Root, key, scale. So you can go in and set a scale. All right, so you've got a pure, major, minor, so you can create your own scales, I'm guessing. Yes, you can go in here. How's that? You can actually make your own scale. That's cool. As I said, never opened this before in my life. First time I've owned it. That's your settings. Nothing too crazy in there. We've got a little info page here, which tells you about what it is. You can go to their product page. That's nice. We've got a file here, so we can open files, import and export stuff. I'm guessing this is carts. I don't know. I'm guessing. Maybe. And just clicking back over here on the preset page, it looks like we can search. So we've got a little search, and you can go by instruments or by a character. Is that right? So instruments, how do you choose which one? I don't know. So you can choose all the pianos and they'll be highlighted for you. This is neat. I like this. Organs. There you go. You've got popular stuff under piano. Oh, look at that. So when you go to different stuff, you go to fat, it'll give you popular under there. Our cards. So back to our search. I don't know what right does. What's right? Oh, so here's where you can, because you get a whole bunch of, you can write your own patches as well, yeah? You get all these, I think from, I don't know if I'm right, maybe somebody can correct me on this, but it looks like if I scroll through, where is it? You get a whole lot of cards that you can write stuff to. So if you click on write, you've got these initial programs that you can write stuff to. So, oh yeah, you've got user carts here. There we go. So you've got 4 user carts. Is that right? Am I doing the right thing? I don't know. I'm working it out. This is how I work shit out, folks, when I open an app for the first time. So it looks like I could probably save something here. Would I have to do it up here? I don't know. No, that's saving outside of... Right, so that's that. That's wicked. How can I save something here? Oh! All right, clicked on that. I don't know how I did that. Ah, look at that. So I right-clicked using my mouse. I guess if I tap on it with my finger or double tap. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Just to show you up here. So I double tapped and I hit return, and that saved that in here. Or I double tapped with the mouse here, and it looks like you can, programs saved on other user cards will be stored in this current session. Okay. Can you delete them? I don't know. I'm learning as we're going. Wicked. So I think that's most of what we need to know. These are the cards. So, and with your cards, you can just go in and select them. All right. So that's cool. You can, let's get out of here. We're going to definitely be spending more time just going through cards because I'm not going to learn the whole thing. All right. What do we have? OSC, basic. OSC mode double. All right, so we can go in here and choose 2 sounds. How's that? Okay, so 2 oscillators, I'm guessing that is. We can have a single sound or, all right, so this is our first sound, which is a choir. You can go in here and select individual sounds. So I can select strings here. And in this second oscillator, I can go in and select like a pluck or something, or let's just do a pop. Or wind bells. Cool. So now we've got strings. Strings on one side and our wind bells. And it's currently, we can decide if we want poly or mono. We can go a single sound, so that removes the second sound. There's drums here as well. So if I choose drums, I can pick like this M1 kit. Oh, listen to that. Nice. Okay, we'll go back to double. It looks like we've got velocity stuff down here, pitch, attack, decay, release. So we've got our ADR down here. Oscillator level, so we can decide the level of each one of them. So we can decide the balance of each of the two sounds. We've got tempo sync, key sync. So as I said, I'm not really going to... velocity sensitivity down the bottom here. Okay, so... VDF 1 and 2. You can enable one or both of these. What else do we have? We've got a VDA, so nice. Aftertouch, controller, effects. So there's a bunch of effects here as well. Let's talk about these. As I said, it's not a full tutorial. I'm just dicking my way around. It looks like we've got 2 effects patches here. Oh, nice. Here we go. Halls, modulations, choruses. There's delays in here. Phasers, flanges, distortion. Oh, wow. Have a look at all of this. Fancy. We've got a distortion. And our second effect, we can put whatever we want in here. Cross delay. Let's go down the bottom. What are these delays? Delay flanger, delay chorus. You can turn them on and off. And here are the controls for both of them split down here. So this is your delay, chorus. You can pan them. That's nice. Let's turn them both on. Pan left and right. Sweet. Okay, what's up here? What are these? All right, so this is your... I'm guessing... Oh, wow. Can you set up full things here with this combi? So is this like pages over here? We've got a... Oh, wow. All of these have pages. Are you kidding me? So you can flick through them. Am I getting this right? I don't know. I'm going to have to work it all out. Well, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So I guess if you're like switching between sets, yes, it is. So now that I've selected this multi or combi over here, these have lit up. This perform. Oh, wow. And you've got all these options in here for each of these little things. MIDI channels where they go out, velocity zones. Very deep. Very deep. Yeah. This is cool. And a master effects for each one of these if we flick through. So you could set different effects in here. And I guess you could control this with a pedal and just bounce through different settings. I dig it. That's pretty cool. Or you can just come over here and just play the sounds. Hi, Limey. What's going on? Don't forget the Chaos pads. Where are no, I won't get to them because I don't know where they are. What are you talking about? Where are the Chaos pads? I have no idea, Audible. I'm telling you, this is it's the first time I've opened it. By the way, it is halfway through the show. Let's run the ad. Every day here on the channel, we run an ad halfway through because I have to pay the bills and all that kind of stuff. And we'll do it now. The ad's been run. If you want to avoid the ad, become a YouTube Premium member or just watch the ads and come back and we'll wait for you to come back. And while we're doing that, quickly, I'll let you know while I wait for a response. We're looking at these this week. Coming up, Neon. New Bleece multi-band compressor. The new app from Cham. Okay, I haven't made thumbnails yet, or I have, and I just haven't got to them. I can't find them. There's the thumbnail. Oh, that's James. Sorry. Oh, yeah, and we're looking at Nerd Synth as well this week on the show. And our interview this week is with Crimson Crux. Oh, good stuff. All right, let's come back over here to AUM. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with the chaos thing. So I'm just not going to care about it. How's that sound? I don't care. Which I swear to God, you know, once I get off the chaos. Oh, so is it a standalone thing? Let's see. I've got the standalone version open now. Ah, ha, ha, I see them now. Well, obviously it's not going to work as an AUV3 because it just added extra stuff. Here it is down the bottom here. Chaos pad. Oh. Oh, so you can assign. Oh, can you assign stuff to this? Ah, look at this. So you can add a filter. Okay. And here we've got scales. Look at this. So here's all your scales. Nice. And you can bounce between keyboard and this chaos. So yeah, it's not included as the AEV3. That makes sense. You know. All right. So that's a standalone. Thanks, Audible. Worked it out in the end. But we're focusing on this. I'm just going to go through lots of sounds here now because that's what we want to know, how the thing sounds. Does it sound good enough? Does it sound worth the amount of money it's going to cost to buy it? That's the important thing. So to start off with, look at all these just in the first cart. Good Lord. Now remember, these sounds are from 1988 through the 90s. Good grief. There's a lot of sounds in here. And once you can you actually mess with these sounds? Is that possible? Oops. Oh, well, I didn't realize you could do that. Let's, how do I get to mess with them? That's the question. Ah, there you go. So you double click on them. If you double click on them from in the card section, hey, Mateus, see here, if you double click on one, it takes you to the setup and then you can change the effects if you want. All right, I'm starting to get it. Come back, click up the top. I'll tell you what, you're definitely not going to get lost for sounds in here. Holy shit. I'm just picking random stuff. And of course, you can search for individual instruments if you want to, remember? Good God. This is very overwhelming. Yeah, I'm guessing that, Thomas, with these multi sounds as well. It's a very overwhelming. Let me tell you that, because when you get stuff like this and there's just so much shit in here, it can be very, very super overwhelming because there's just too many sounds. We are blessed, aren't we, for stuff these days. And I'm going to move to the next card just for the sake of it because there's so much in here. Now, the other thing too, you can split the sounds across the keyboard, so you can have like, your bass like on the low end of your keyboard, synth on the other end, so you can do all that kind of stuff in here as well. Let's jump to orchestra stuff, which isn't always perfect, but you know what I'm saying. Symphony. Yeah, 2,700 presets. Good God. Like, you're definitely getting your money's worth. I'm not going to lie. Strings. Hey, what happened? I know what happened then. I didn't double click it, did I? So you got to double click these things. There we go. Boom. And then you can go in and fuck with them to your heart's content. That's the good bit. I've just clicked on Ethnic 2. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to go through all these instruments today in an hour, of course. And I don't want to, waste people's time. But, I mean, look at this stuff. It's very overwhelming how much there is. I'm going to look at the in-app purchase stuff. What's some of the stuff that's in here? Harpsichords, bottleneck, fretless. voice stuff. Imagine trying to navigate all these presets and features with just 2 lines of text. Yeah, on the actual keyboard. What a fucking nightmare that would be. There's a lot of, so here's where the user ones are. These are these 4 user ones over here. This is the other in-app purchases. Is this right? No. I don't know what I'm actually doing. Hey, Joe. I covered some of these: orchestral, synth. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and make something with this. I'm going to clear these out. And I'm going to give you a preview of one of the apps we're going to be looking at this week. Look, this thing's a beast. There's no denying it. It's been out for a long time. Let me sum it up by doing this. I just wanted to have a mess about with it today and just put it out there and let you know that it's AUV3 because a lot of people have been hoping this to happen. But if we come over here to iM1, all you need to know is this. Selected as Apple by App Store Best of 2015. Ranked number 1 on the App Store. It's always been up there. It's one of those apps. There we go. I'm not showing you the screen. It's always been up there. This thing's, even as an inter-app audio, this thing has just continued to be super popular. So if you already own it, you're now AUV3. If you don't, there's a world of sounds for you to mess about with. I'm just going to open up AUM, and I'm going to see if I can make something cool with using Neon, which we're going to look at this week. So we'll send this out to, this is a MIDI processor. And this thing is fucking beautiful. Let's change the color first. I love this interface. See this interface, how pretty it is? Damn. Oh, here's our, let's go with, I don't know, something. There we go. We'll go order. Let's go with something like pedal point. I'm going to just start doing some random stuff here. I don't know, we'll go 2 pulses here. We'll add in 2 pulses here. We'll add in 3 there. Let's slow this down. And let's just go through some sounds with this. This Neon app is just fucking rad. So you probably didn't learn a lot about how to use this app today, but it's not always about that. But you get to see how amazing this thing is. There's a lot of sounds in here. It's ridiculous. Plus, this is how I sit here and work out how to use an app. Thank God you normally don't have to watch this. Yeah? Because normally by the time I do a show, I know what I'm doing. But it's pretty rad. It's very rad. And, you know, the possibilities of using this in Gadget and having it here now as AUV3, it's just another beautiful synth to have. And, you know, it's going to save you lots of money from buying the actual real thing. You bought this in June 2015. Yeah, I mean, this is an OG app, you know. And as I said, the only reason I didn't buy it was because it was inter-app audio and I couldn't be bothered. But as soon as it dropped, I laid down my money and bought it. So, yeah. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon, folks. You don't need to collect them all, just the ones you like. I'm sure you'll find lots of other videos about this. Maybe I'll revisit it once I understand how to use it properly, and we'll take a deep dive. You let me know if you want me to do that or not. Anyway, Neon is fun too. We'll look at this week. This generative app, is the possibilities with this are just ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous how much you can do with this thing. It's so good. And what's cool is it has no presets. So you've got whatever you make, you've got to make yourself, which I love the idea of. All right, let's stop that. Okay, now let's talk about this person. So today's featured artist, you'll see pinned to the top of the chat. Hopefully she's coming on for an interview this month. You may have never heard of her before, and that's cool. But now you're going to hear of her, and she is amazing. Her name is Faye. I've been following Faye on Facebook. I found her for many years now. I'm a big fan of her music. And I really hope it's all going to go down. She's going to come on the show, hopefully, for an interview this month. Very exciting. This is a live performance of Faye. If this is the first time you're hearing her, go and sub her up. Only if you're going to pay attention to the rest of her music. Don't sub her up if you're never going to listen to her again. That's pointless. Andrea, there's a link to the sound Song Whip as well, so you can check her music out on Spotify and Apple and all that. This is a live performance on NPR, actually. So let's do it. I'll be back. I'll be on Laurie's Mishmosh today before Gary Hubbs. I'll be back tomorrow with a pre-recorded opening hour, as it's WrestleMania weekend, and then we're back for the rant on Monday and all that stuff. All right, let's go out with this beautiful track. This is Faye and Alexandria. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together and stay awake, whatever you do. It's worth your time. All right, let's Oge. Boom.
attached to a velvet tongue and magically wraps him around her thumb. She's a feeble lover, makes him question his worth, anything but a blessing. Alexandria, how can I be like her? With an iridescent smile that'll hypnotize, she's secretly buried in the depths of my mind. 'Cause Alexandria, she's got the one I want. She's so seductive. He treats her like Gaia, like Mary, like Iris. He's the marionette and she's the master. I'm just a temporary distraction when her cuts leave him wounded. Again, Alexandria. Oh, how can I be like her? With an iridescent smile that'll hypnotize, she's secretly buried in the depths of my mind. 'Cause Alexandria, she's got the one eye. She's got the one eye. She's got the one eye. She's got the one I want. She's got the one eye. She's got the one I want. Alexandria, how can I be like you? What's the melody to your rhyme? We'll be coming like you, make it mine. 'Cause Alexandria, you got the one I want.